What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the NG Models December 2023 releases. It's officially my first day off after finals. On Tuesday, December 12th, I've officially wrapped up on my fall semester of college, and what better way to kick off the winter break than with some new NG releases? We have a total of 34 planned releases in this month, so going to be interesting to see what comes out. Following hints were provided on Friday of the 8th, so it's been a few days since the hints came out. We have 3 Airbus A320s, 3 A321s, 5 A330s, 1 A350, 3 737-700s, numerous 737-800s, I believe that is a total of 8, 4 737 MAX 7s, so we have a brand new mold in this release, 1 777, 2 787s, 1 TriStar, 1 Tu-154, and 2 Tu-204s. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's been released. In our first release, we do have an Avianca A320. Now, this is in the old livery because they did introduce a modified livery with a lowercase a instead of the uppercase a like you see here. So this one we have fence tips. Looks like another Avianca, so I assume, yep, this one will be sharkless, but this is a different one. This is the, what is this called? It just says the Gracias title, so thank you in Spanish. Moving along, we have an Air Transat Airbus A321, and this is in the Kids Club livery. I almost have a feeling NG has done this previously, and if they have, maybe if it was a different registration or something, I'm not 100% sure, but I have a feeling that I have covered this release in the past. We have another Balkan Holidays Tu-154M, and I know for sure this one has been released before, but again, can't remember if it was a different registration or not in the previous release. And would you take a look at that? The Frontier E318 is out, so I will be picking this one up. This is the Charlie the Cougar Tail in November 807 Foxtrot Romeo. So good release by NG on that. We have an HK or Hong Kong Express Airbus A320. The first A320 painted UO, new standard livery. Not sure what the UO means, but apparently this is the new standard livery for Hong Kong Express, which is now called HK Express. And then we have another one here. This is an A321neo, also with that same new standard livery. We also have a third one here as well. This one has another standard livery, and the only difference here is the registration. This one is Bravo-Kilo Kilo Alpha. The other one is Bravo-Kilo Kilo Bravo. Right here we have a Government Canada Transport 330. This is a CC-330 Husky. Registration on this is 330002. So interesting release for our Canadian collectors. There might be some interest on this one. I'm definitely enthusiased by it for sure. Right here we have an Air China Airbus A330-200 wearing the Forbidden Pavilion livery. So very interesting color palette on here with a lot of warm colors like the reds and orange. There's even like some tan colors in there as well. This looks really interesting, but nothing of my interest though. And then we have another Air China A330-200 special livery. This is the Capital Pavilion livery. So this one here, you have about the same color palette, but you do introduce a blue in there, a very dark blue at that, on this airplane. And then we have another CC-330 Husky. This one is in the low vis livery for the Royal Canadian Air Force. So similar to the first one that was covered, but that one was a full flavor livery with all the different colors on it. Right here we have a Kuwait Airways Airbus A330-200. This is in the old livery. I've never seen this livery in person. I have only seen the 777 at New York, but very interesting here. And it looks like we have another one here as well, and again, difference in this case is just a different registration. The first one was 9 Kilo Alpha Papa Charlie. This one is Alpha Papa Delta. We have an Avianca Cargo Airbus A330-200, and this is in a special green livery, so you notice a different color compared to the red that Avianca typically uses. Moving along, we have a China Southern Airbus A330-200, and this is equipped with the Rolls-Royce Trent 700 engines, as you can tell. Then we have another China Southern, A330-200. This one has Pratt & Whitney engines, so you do have that engine choice if you wish. Right here we have a Sichuan Airlines A350-900 with the Panda Route livery. So a lot of pandas on here and very bright and colorful as I would expect from a livery like this. But overall, very nice livery, I would say, but nothing of my interest though, so I won't be picking it up. Right here we have a PLA Air Force 737-700, Bravo-4025 as a registration, so one of the Chinese government aircraft. And then we have a second one here as well, just a different registration in this case. We have a United States Marines Boeing C-40A Clipper, the first 737 for the Marine Corps. This is in the low-vis livery with the gray on it, so similar to the low-vis on the CC-330 for Canada. We have a Korean Air 737-800. This one does not have the eyebrow windows. This is a regular Korean Air livery, so no special decals or anything that I can tell, and nothing noted in the remarks section, so that's good. We have a Swoop 737-800. Now, you may remember that I did have one of these in my collection, and I say did in the past tense because I actually sold it at Airliners International in Dallas, but that's because this airline has folded back into WestJet as of about a couple months ago now, so that's why I got rid of it, as I didn't really need it anymore. We have another one here. This is a different registration and aircraft name. This one is O Canada on the aircraft name. And they have a third one here as well, so plenty of duplicates in this release. So not a whole lot of variety here. The release size definitely increased by the number of duplicates featured here. We have a Gemini 738, this one wearing the SkyTeam livery. And I know they've done a couple of the Xiamen 738s in the past. So this one right here, we do have these Airline Alliance livery in this case. We have a Nok Air 737-800. This is the, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the livery name because it looks like to me that this is a special livery of some kind. So if anybody knows more about the details of this, feel free to leave a comment. Very interesting livery though. Hotel Sierra Delta Bravo Juliet is the registration of this aircraft. And then this one, we have another one here, another Nok Air 738. So this might be the standard livery, actually. This one, Nok Cartoon. So I wonder, okay, that might just be the aircraft name. So yeah, this is a whole new airline to me, so I don't know anything about this. And then here we have a Delta 737-800. This one with split scimitar winglets. They have begun to retrofit these on their 738s after all of their 739s have had them for a while now. So good to see that Delta is doing that. So I will be picking that one up at some point as well. And then we have the debut of the 737 MAX 7 with this Southwest airframe. November 7203 uniform is the registration. These have yet to be delivered to the airline. I think they're waiting on certification for it. I know that's the case with the MAX 10, but the MAX 7, I'm not 100% sure on what the delay is there. Got a Lynx Air 737 MAX 8 up next for our Canadian collectors, so a nice choice if you're looking to pick up one of those. We have a second one here as well, and it includes two CGIs because on the right side you do have some pop prints on it, which looks pretty cool. And then moving on down, we have another Atlas Air 748. This is the last one built now with the full livery applied to it with the Apex Logistics sticker on the left side, and they also have a couple stickers just ahead of that as well. This is the 30-year anniversary sticker for Atlas Air. And then we have the Retro Colors Lufthansa 748. Now, I had the Gemini release. I have reviewed it on my channel. Feel free to go check out that retro review video if you want to see what that model is like. But I'm sure this NG is going to be fantastic for those that may have missed out on the Gemini release eons ago. Right here we have an ANA 777-300ER. This is the EVJet colors. So one of the, it's a Pokemon livery again. So definitely expect a Pokemon livery in every NG release moving forward. But very interesting livery nonetheless. It's kind of like a, I'm not sure how to describe like the background color. It's not like a, it's kind of like a light gray maybe, if you will, but very interesting nonetheless. And then we have another Russia government Tu-214SR. This one has special radar equipments on the top. You can see that big dome in the middle, very unique. And then we have another one here as well that has that big dome, but this one a different livery with the blue stripe and then the Russian flag printed on the tail. Moving on down, we got a Saudia L1011 TriStar. This is in the 80s revised livery with a gray painted belly. Hotel Zulu-Alpha Hotel Juliet is the registration. And that is everything we have in this release. Now, I know NG has announced a bunch of 1-200s as well on all those future releases, of course. So we got some of them in this set, like the Frontier A318 and all that stuff. But as for the 1-200 releases, it doesn't look like they're on there. Yeah, I don't see them on the website anymore, so they have removed them from at least the front page, but I'm sure they're buried in the database somewhere. But since that has passed, I won't be covering it here. So overall, a very solid release from NG. Is just kind of boggled down by a lot of the duplicates that we have, like the Hong Kong Express 321 Neos, the China Southern E33200s. Well, those are not really duplicates because those have different engine types, so I can give that one a pass. The 3 Swoop 738s, the Knock Air 738s as well. And yeah, so those are really the only few duplicates. Oh yeah, the PLA Air Force ones as well, the 737-700s, the Kuwaiti 330, so forgot about those. So we have plenty of duplicates in this release, which, if you like having different registrations, I'd say those are good, but it doesn't seem like a whole lot of people are very interested in NG doing all these duplicates, so, take that as you wish. So my picks of interest out of this are going to be the Frontier E318 and the Delta 737-800 with the split-tip winglet. So I will be pre-ordering these hopefully very soon. Fingers crossed I'll get some time to do that here after the holidays. So with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.